1 hour later.
NANI?!
Let's start this off with the foundation of a man's wardrobe, his shoes. Now, when it comes to casual shoes, the easiest place for a guy to win in his wardrobe is to upgrade his casual shoes. Running shoes are great, but running shoes are made for running. So I do recommend if you're going to grab running shoes, grab a bright color pair. That way you're not tempted to wear them with other pieces of clothing in your wardrobe, except for your athletic gear. Instead, bring in a pair of casual sneakers. And you don't have to go for that bright red. You can go for a classic white. You could go for a blue that transitions into a white at the sole. All right, I get it. Canvas isn't your thing. You feel it's a little bit too young, maybe a little bit too hard to clean. Well, then go with a leather. Actually, relatively easy to clean up. No, white not your thing. Too difficult to keep clean. Too much contrast. Guys, tons of options when it comes to color and different materials used. My point here is to look at the casual shoes that you're wearing every single day and upgrade them to level up your style. Now, what about the guy in his 30s, 40s, 50s? Can he wear casual sneakers like this? I think yes, if you've got the confidence. But if you don't feel comfortable, then let's look at the next item on this list. The next item on my list, a great looking pair of casual boots. Now, gents, if you've watched a few of my videos, you know I love myself a great pair of casual boots. Why? First up, it's the heel. This just makes you a little bit taller. It makes you feel more confident. You stand up more straight. And boots are great because they're rugged. They're functional. They are one of the best pieces of menswear a man can invest in. That being said, a mistake I see a lot of guys make, they only own one pair. So change it up, venture out, try something new. Maybe you want to stick with the same style, but you want to go with a different color, or change up the color and style entirely. Really, it's up to your lifestyle needs and your particular wants. Next up, we've got your casual footwear. And I think this is going to be the year that I see a lot of men pick up finally, the classics, a pair of penny loafers. What's great about this, it's been around for a long time. It's not going to go out of style. It's incredibly functional. Slips on and off when you're traveling, going through the airport. Same thing with the Chelsea boot. Again, been around for 50 years. This right here is a modern classic, and I think just a great looking shoe that actually is very functional, protects you from the elements, at the same time slips on and off, incredibly comfortable. When it comes to style, gentlemen, you don't need to look any farther than a classic pair of brogues. You can dress them down with jeans. You can dress them up with a suit. What I love about these is they're versatile, and just add these to your wardrobe this year and you're going to be able to get tons of miles from them. And speaking of dress shoes, let's talk about you guys that wear a suit multiple times a week. So you've already got a pair of black Oxfords. Really, can you change it up much? Well, you could go maybe with a cap toe, maybe have a bit of broguing in there, just a bit, not to make it too informal. Or you could go for a modern classic. Guys, I've talked about it before. Bring in a whole cut this year. Moving on from shoes, going over to accessories, let's talk about glasses. The right glasses can not only help you see better, they can help frame your face. In fact, many people, when you wear the right glasses, they will perceive you to be more intelligent. They will perceive you to actually know what you're talking about, to be more competent in your area of expertise. Now, the mistake I see a lot of guys make when it comes to glasses is they don't experiment with all the different frames, all the different colors. Now, gents, if you're looking to get a great deal on glasses, we're talking saving 70%, or you want options, you want over 6,000 frames to look at, or you want an easy website where you can just simply enter your prescription information and not only get access to regular glasses, but sunglasses and sports glasses. Gentlemen, you want to check out GlassesUSA.com. They're the sponsor of today's video. I've been talking about GlassesUSA.com for years because they make it so simple to go online and buy glasses. I went in, I got an eye exam, I entered my information, and I was able to use their virtual mirror. If you haven't checked this out, you want to go over to their website. Basically, you put up a picture of yourself. They make it very simple, and you're able to see. You're basically able to virtually try on any of their glasses. And I love this because you can see how the frame actually frames your face and what it looks like before you order. And like I said, gents, they got tons of options. You're looking for sunglasses, want prescription sunglasses, and you want Oakleys, you want Ray-Bans, you want designer glasses like Gucci, Armani. They've got you covered. When it comes to price, gentlemen, they're not going to be beat. We're talking frames plus lenses starting at $30. Gents, to get tons of options when it comes to glasses and to save money, use the link down in the description of today's video to get the best deal over at GlassesUSA.com. So now let's talk about neckties. Apparently these are coming back in fashion. I never thought they left, but sales did go down. So a lot of guys actually, they don't have a classic necktie in their wardrobe. I highly recommend that if you don't own any neckties, you pick one up this year. But if you already own a few neckties, why should you get another one? What I would recommend here is you go with something a bit more fun. Maybe go with a knit necktie. Why? Because knits are going to be more casual, and oftentimes they're going to be made from wool, they're going to be made from cotton, sometimes silk. But what you're looking for here is something that's going to be in a solid, something that's going to be in a classic color. So it's already going to match most things in your wardrobe. It's going to be easy to pull in, but because of the texture here, it's going to stand out. Now, when we get over to the silk ties, red is going to be a classic. If you don't have a red tie, you don't need to go for a solid red. What you can do, and I really like about this one, is it's got a small repeating pattern of 3 blues. We've got a dark blue, a medium blue, and a light blue, and this makes it incredibly easy to match with any type of blue suit or blue shirt in my wardrobe. Now, this green is similar to the red in that it's got the small repeating pattern, but green is not going to be something that's as versatile as red in my opinion. But if you already own a lot of red ties, it may be an option for you. Now, purple. I think this is an underused color in neckties. What's nice about purple is it's not going to exactly match any of your shirts or suits. Unless you have a purple suit and purple shirts, then, okay, the Joker, why are you watching my videos? Point being is this is the color of royalty. And because it's not a color that you're going to often find in other parts of a man's wardrobe, it works great as an accessory piece. Next up, we've got headwear. I think for the rest of this year, we're going to continue to see the flat cap, the newsboy, continue to make a comeback. And it's more than just popular television shows bringing this stuff back. It is actually, we're seeing the functionality of the hat make it so that men are wearing it again. And yes, you've been wearing that baseball cap, okay? So you've already been putting in the reps. You've already got the practice. How about you step it up a bit? Maybe go with a little bit more fun of a cap, or you actually bring in something that has been around for over 100 years and still looks great on a wide variety of men. And maybe that's not your cup of tea. Guys, a classic Panama, especially during the summer. A hat like this is functional, and good fashion should follow function. So in my opinion, hats like this are going to continue to become more popular throughout the year. Next up on this list, no surprise, I've got dark denim. I've talked about it before. One of the most versatile casual items a man can have in his wardrobe. You can wear it with a sports jacket. You can dress it down with just a simple white t-shirt. What I like about dark denim is it slims up the profile. Whether you want to go black, you want to go indigo, you want to just go with a dark blue, having a dark pair of denim that you don't wash too much and you dye if need be, but you keep these dark, you keep them versatile, you keep them working in your interchangeable wardrobe. Now, this next item on the list may surprise you, and that is performance pants. Over the last few years, I've watched these hit the market and become more and more popular, and most importantly, improve not only the style, but the material and the weaves that they're using. I own multiple pair now, and I have to say that when it comes down to it during the summer, these are my go-to pants because they just fit well. They've got a 4-way stretch, which is incredibly comfortable. And because now the styles make them look a bit dressier or casual, depending on what you want to go with, you're going to find that you can wear these sometimes with even a casual sports jacket. They come in a wide variety of colors, and I think the strength of this is going to be in your more casual wardrobe. This is going to be an easy way to bring in something besides jeans and be able to have something that's actually more comfortable than denim and actually is incredibly versatile, going to work with a wide range of shirt options in your wardrobe. Next up, we've got a blast from the past, and that is flannel, but not wool flannel, cotton flannel. Cotton flannel trousers made in jean style have become a lot more popular with a wide range of companies, and I've seen their prices come down and the fit is spot on. Find a brand that works for you, but I can tell you that it'll have a napped surface. It's going to have a bit of texture to it. And what's great about this is that you can wear this with a blazer. You can wear it with a wide range of sports jackets. Now, when it comes to colors, grays are going to be your most versatile option, but don't shy away from tans and browns. These are interchangeable, especially if you're already wearing trousers like this in your wardrobe. Next up on the list, no surprise here, we've got the classic white t-shirt. Now, the key to looking great in a classic white t-shirt is to first up have the body build for it. Second up, make sure that you keep your white t-shirts white. I do recommend buying multiple t-shirts, and when you wash them alone, wash them with other whites. You just got to follow the rules when it comes to keeping your whites white. Now, if that sounds like too much work for you, but you still like t-shirts, guys, go with a solid gray, go with a solid black, go with a darker navy. Find something that works for you. But again, remember, fit is key. You got to have the body type to be able to pull it off. Now, what are some other options when it comes to the white t-shirt? Look at a V-neck. Why a V-neck? It's going to actually make the chest look just a little bit better. So I think it's a great option a lot of guys forget about. And don't forget the Henley. This is our next option. So the Henley, what I love about this is it draws attention similar to the V-neck right here to the top of the chest. And it just looks a little bit dressier. Again, assuming all factors the same than a t-shirt. Now, before I move on from the Henley, I want to talk about the particular style and color that is my favorite. And that's going to be anything in a dark color that's long sleeve. Why? Because this works for a wider range of body types. So if you're a thin, skinny guy, if you've got a bit more weight around the midsection, you're going to find this particular style of shirt is going to work better than anything that's short sleeve. Why? Because it just allows the arms to better work with the silhouette of the body, and it frames and slims you up better than any short sleeve would. The next wardrobe essential on this list, the polo. Now, you may already have a few polos in your wardrobe, but how are they standing up? How are they looking after a few washes? Those collars looking pretty bad? Most likely you bought a cheap polo. And the issue with cheap polos is they use cheap cotton. Cheap cotton, when put under heat in a dryer, is going to shrivel up. And that's what leads to those bad looking collars. You want to find a polo made from a higher quality cotton. And when you're looking at the different types, the different colors, find a company that makes colors that are going to be a bit more vivid, colors that are going to stand up to a few washes and not lose their vibrancy. You want to maybe bring in some bright red colors, some bright blue, maybe just go for a dark blue that's just going to look more regal, and you could even match it with a sports jacket. Next up on our wardrobe essentials, the classic white shirt. You may think you have one in your wardrobe. Go check it out. Is it still white? Has it kind of gone a different color? Is it an off-white? You thought it was a white? Guys, you want to have a crisp, clean white shirt. Now, if you wear white shirts all the time, are they all looking the same? Have you gone out there and experimented maybe with a contrasting collar? You see that right in there? A little bit of contrast right in there on the collar. There are so many things that you can do on maybe the stitching on the buttons. You can go out there and take a white shirt, have a little bit of fun with it. Even if you can't find those shirts in your area, take it to a seamstress or a tailor, and they can put that stuff in there for you at minimal cost. And just because it's a white shirt doesn't mean you can't have fun with the style. So most of the time you're going to see a point collar. Why not go with a spread collar? Or the cuffs. A lot of times you're going to see a regular barrel cuff. Why not go for a French cuff? A French cuff is an extended cuff that folds over on itself and uses cufflinks, basically men's jewelry, to hold the pieces together. A lot of guys think, I can only wear this with formal wear. That's not the case. You can wear this if you chose to wear the shirt by itself, or if you wanted to wear it with a sports jacket. It's going to look great, and it's going to add a lot more of, I think, just a great little bit of style to your outfit. So now let's talk about stripes. Apparently they're in this year. I didn't even know they were out because in my opinion, stripes have been part of a classic man's wardrobe for over 100 years. And that's what's great about this is it's easy to mix and match with a lot of the other items in your wardrobe. So stripes do a great job of allowing you to bring in some fun colors. Now, I'm not going to say that you just have to go with blues and whites and reds. You can bring in purples. You can bring in oranges, whatever you want to bring in. But I am going to say the wider range of color, those brighter ones, it's going to make the shirt just a little bit less interchangeable. So for me, I like to stick with just variations, maybe bring in a little bit of red, just like what you see here, or maybe a little bit more red. You can see how it makes the shirt just stand out a bit more. It's going to grab a little bit more attention, but still perfectly fine with a wide range, or you could simply keep it simple. Blue and white. Now, it's the boldness of the stripe. And when you get down, you look at the details on the pattern, that's what makes it stand out. Or you can just go with a vivid blue with white stripe on top of it. So this right here kind of goes the opposite, and I think it's just a great looking shirt. Now let's get a bit more casual, go to our essential button downs. First up, I've got flannels. So flannels made popular in the 1990s. We're seeing them come back. What I love about flannels is they're functional. They will keep you warmer. You want to make sure though, if you buy a flannel shirt, it fits your body right. If it's got too much loose excess material, take it to your tailor to get adjusted. Now, when it comes down to denim shirts, you're going to see a wide variety of different weights. This one right here is relatively lightweight. Hence, it's going to be just a really nice weave to it, a nice drape, but you're going to find some other denim shirts that are going to be heavier built. Some of them even have snaps on them. Snaps are going to become more popular this year. I wouldn't buy into this too much, but if you don't own one of these shirts, they've been on and off popular since the 1970s. So if you're into this type of a look and you really like the Western feel, I would say go ahead and pick up a denim shirt. Next up on this list, we've got the classic hoodie. Now, a lot of people think I don't like hoodies, and that's not the case. It's got a very interesting history, and in the right situation, it's perfectly fine. But I do think they're a bit overworn, so that would be my one thing with the hoodie. If you're going to wear it, make sure it's the right situation and go with a solid dark color. Go with something that fits your body well. But remember, there are always other options. So a wide range of different, jackets made from similar materials as hoodies, just as comfortable, but I think going to be more stylish, especially with the design with the pockets right there. Now, this next wardrobe essential, one of the most versatile items in a man's wardrobe, that's a V-neck sweater. What I love about this, especially this one here in gray, is that I can throw this on any type of shirt. I can throw this under a sports jacket because it's gray. It's a non-color. It's pretty much going to match any color. I can add a layering just of warmth whenever it's cold outside. And if you want to bring in color, then go for something with a bolder blue. Maybe go with the tan. Wide range of options when it comes to sweaters like this. Now let's talk about the essential casual jackets that every man should have in his wardrobe. The jean jacket. What I love about this is it's relatively lightweight. It's a warm summer night. You throw this thing on, you're not going to sweat. It's just simply going to make you look taller, leaner. It's going to build up the shoulders. Just a great look and something that's been classic in menswear for a long time, so you can find some pretty good deals on it. This jacket right here, a fatigue style. What do you notice? The double-breasted pockets are going to build up the chest. The overall olive drab. This is a color that's not really going to clash with your trousers, not going to clash with any of your shirts. It's going to add another layer. It's just going to make you look better when you wear a jacket like that. And the classic leather. So you need to find a leather jacket that works with you. You want to find a style, you want to find a color. It's worth paying a little, I think, extra money to get the jacket that when you put it on, you feel like $1,000,000. You feel great because when you wear a jacket like this, you're going to stand out from the crowd. Now let's talk about the essential sports jacket. So if you don't have a sports jacket, you want to choose a fabric that's going to work with most of the trousers in your wardrobe. Let's say you've already got a lot of tans, you've got some jeans, you've got some gray flannels. Then this blue right here, this blue wool flannel is going to work perfectly fine as one of your first sports jackets. But let's say you've already got a few sports jackets. Then you want to bring in maybe a pattern, something like this right here that I've worn throughout this video. It's got a unique pattern. It's going to stand out. You want to add a bit of variety. And now we've got the essential suit. Yes, owning a suit is essential because, gents, big things will happen in your life and you want to be prepared. That interview, your friend's wedding, that you're going to be the best man, he tells you last minute, you want to show up and look like $1,000,000. You've got big things that are going to happen in your life. This is your suit of armor. Now, how to buy a suit, not buy the wrong one, how to buy something that actually fits you and looks good on you. Guys, I've got you covered in this video right here. Go check it out. I talk about everything you need to know to buy the right suit for you.